Hello everybody, and welcome to the Let's Play Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Sorry about that. I'm going a little ahead of myself, ain't I? Last time we went through and, well, went to Sony before my OBS crashed. Now, if you were here earlier, I had a deleted stream that the game crashed, so we were a bit further than the last stream. So hopefully this time it won't crash again. I don't know why it's been crashing. I tried doing a memory check. Maybe I'll lower the video bitrate to 8,000. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, let's try that. Wait. Wait. Cats, no. Cats are fighting. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Civ 6 last night. Sometime soon we're going to be restarting Civ. Probably not tonight, because tonight I'm going to play D&D with some... be a guest character in my brother's D&D session with his party. I'm going to be playing as Goran, or Gorash, Goran or Gorash, Wolfclaw, or Dragonclaw, or something like that. Goran Dragonclaw, but who's an orc, the son of an orcish chief who, through his bloodline, has the ability to transform into a werewolf. Basically, think of like the companions from the Elder Scrolls, how they were given the ability to transform into werewolves to make very power. Imagine that for a orc chieftain. But instead of being very strength-based, he's a dex-based character. When in his orc form, he uses the bow and arrow pretty dang well. He's a marksman, but when he transforms into a excuse me. But when he transforms into a werewolf, that's when he starts going in melee, and like he can still use dex with that. And he's gonna enable like flaming death claws, like ah! Anyways, like that. Like if you've played Bloodborne, you know Father Gascoigne. Ah! Ah! Anyways. Waiting for my game to start. Cat. Please stop sticking your claws in my legs, though. I am begging you. Please, my legs can't. Ow! Girl! Don't growl at me, you're stabbing me! You're hurting me! I move her leg and she complains. Oh, but yeah. So the cutscene may be at a weirder place, due to the fact that we might have lost progress, or had unrecorded progress, unless OBS crashes again. Oh, no, okay. The basic thing that you missed is that, Krogan people are like, hey, they work for Saren, they're gonna try to kill us. Basically that. And we freed Liar to Sony, who has basically been researching how to, okay. Fire at his face! Okay, that's all you really missed. Okay, you don't have anything I can throw at him? You know what? Pew! Oh, squad level up. Nice. Let's get our snipers up. And our assault rifle. On you, we'll get, Caden. It'll give you Overload. In Talizor and Araya, we'll get you, Dampening. There. Flee the cave! I also mentioned, I think last episode, I found out who my romance option is going to be. It might have been in the cut part. Hopefully we don't have an encoder overload this time and have OBS crash on us. Please. That's the only thing I think of is like maybe the bitrate. He's breaking it because I turned it down to like by an extra 2,000. You don't see her, but she's out. The cat. I also went food shopping today. For the first time in a while. Also, I noticed the game is running a bit smoother. But I went food shopping today. I started learning how to marinate. I learned. I have 2 things of chicken thighs marinating. Basically, 2 of them are with an onion mix, basically an onion soup mix, and the other one is a bunch of random crap which is thrown together. And then I made marinated pork chops, some verde, and the other one in the avocado verde sauce. That Taco Bell, the other was their breakfast sauce. Hope it's good. Hope it's good.
Commander. 10 more seconds, we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing.
Man's head is like a bobblehead.
I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there. And not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years?
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
Actually, at 108 looks like the one, like 106 looks like the what is it? Chocolate! Sweet, sweet chocolate. I always hated it!
Dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone.
Well, he's on my laptop back. I take my laptop with the thing to say PDF.
Findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Who came before them?
The Protheans weren't the first. Then who was?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Any evidence on the Protheans.
Why are you licking it?
Unless on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains
Stop biting my laptop bag! Stop!
Their greatest achievements,
I'm trying to dig out.
Stop. Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them.
No.
And
No, okay.
Like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared.
No, he's trying to eat my laptop back.
Figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
Stop!
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence?
I kind of been burned into my psyche.
Prothean beacon on Eden Prime.
Yeah, like literally, if you take an X-ray in my brain, it's just burned in there really small.
Visions. Yes.
Stop trying to eat my bag.
The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind,
because I have that special eyes.
By the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
You can still help
I
us.
don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture. but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Ow.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Thanks, Kit. Thanks, Rex.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thanks for the input.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am...
Chakwas, we need a person!
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take
We need your help!
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process.
Need some iron?
matters. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
No.
Up the link now.
No! No, I don't want to the council.
Report, Commander.
No.
I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The meaning of the beacon communication remains elusive. It's just that the Prothean data recording is highly dependent on a certain point of view, what Carl Jung described as collective consciousness. Baby, 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 baby. Persona! The collective of consciousness. The cipher needed to comprehend the images implanted in the in Shepard's mind is the cultural knowledge of a Prothean. The archetypes, biological instincts, and common experiences universal to the Malay race. Since the Prothean's been dead for millennia, it may be impossible to acquire this cipher. Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby. Down, 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 down. Right. Oh, Guardian. Oh, this is new. The ship's general area defense integration anti-sparecraft effort, Guardian, consists of anti-missile, anti-fighter, laser turrets, and the exterior hull. Because they're under computer control, the gunnery control officer needs to do little beyond turn the system on and designate turrets as hostile. Since lasers move at light speeds, they cannot be dodged by anything moving at relativistic speeds. Unless the beam is aimed poorly, it'll always hit on target. If the early stages of a battle, the Guardian is 100% accurate, it's not 100% lethal. It's not 100% lethal, but it doesn't have to be. Damaged fighters must break off for repairs. Lasers are limited by diffraction. The beam spreads out, decreasing the energy density, watts per M2. The weapon can place and target. The high-powered laser is a short-range weapon. Guardian networks have another limitation: heat. Weapon-grade lasers require cooldown time, during which the heat transferred to sinks or radiators. As laser fire heat builds within them, reducing damage and range and accuracy. Fighters attack in swarms. The first few will be hit by Guardian, but the battle continues. The effects of the laser overheat will allow the attackers to press ever closer to the ship. Constant use will burn out a laser. Guardian lasers typically operate in infrared frequencies. Shorter frequencies would offer superior stopping power and range, but degradation of focal arrays and mirrors would make them expensive to maintain, and most prefer mechanical reliability over bleeding-edge performance where lives are concerned. Solarians, however, use near-ultraviolet frequency lasers with 6 times the range, believing that having additional time to shoot down them missiles is more important. Lasers are not blocked by the kinetic barriers or capital ships. However, the range of laser limits the use of to rare knife fight range ship-to-ship combat. So basically, it's more like, instead of like the broadsiding each other, it's more like kind of shoot them down from range. You know, no dogfights. Commander Shepard? Commander? Shepard. Shepard. Grunt. Grunt? Yes. Oh, Shepard's locker. That's how you change the Shepard. Okay.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at.
I'm gonna be talking to him every time I enter the
Is this an
ship.
official evaluation, Commander?
Speak your mind.
We're off the record.
Alenko.
I'm gonna speak to them maybe say every time I enter the ship.
Consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we
I don't
can't
wanna
get
talk about
backup
it.
from the council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Why do I feel like you sound like a person from another universe?
Everything's wrong.
Why do you sound like you're from another universe, some kind?
I hear you. It just
Or-
seems like a group that's been around as long
Why
as
do I have
the
a strange
council
sense of
exists.
Dijon mustard right now?
Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic
Stop
activation
trying to eat my
cameras
freaking-
didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform.
Yeah.
And Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich.
I still remember the freaking quote from the one Nickelodeon TV show. Was it a Ninja TV show? It was like, Turkey, I ran there because I was hungry. And he's like, he ran away to Turkey. I went to Turkey, I was hungry. And I was like, did you love her?
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
So maybe they did. Okay, I'm gonna make one cat out. Be right back. Be right back. Cloud. Just because you ate my backpack doesn't mean you can scratch my floor. You try to scratch my floor. Yep. What? Cat. Love my cats. Love them all. Love all 8 of them to death. Freaking. They have their freaking. Like, times on a freaking spotlight. Anyways.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
There's a fly, I remember. It's a mosquito. Anyways, you get some codex entries. More reading! Yeah! Gagarin Station is the largest deep space station built by humanity. A Benel sphere design with a 500-meter diameter habitable area. It was constructed beyond Pluto, nearly 80 astronomical units, 12 billion kilometers from Sol. Moving crew and material from this position bankrupted most of the backers. Gagarin was placed at the inner edge of the heliopause, a point at which the solar wind can no longer push back against the interstellar medium. It was built to test a number of faster-than-light drive principles that theoretically could only allow interstellar space. The station was nicknamed Jump Zero, as it was intended to be the jumping-off point for humanity's expansion of the galaxy. Shortly after the station was completed, the Prothean ruins were discovered on Mars, rendering the entire point moot. After struggling to make a profit for a decade, the Gagarin was sold to the System Alliance in 2159 for a fraction of its construction costs. The Alliance refurbished it to a research and training center for the recently discovered biotic phenomena. In 2169, the astronaut biotic acclimation and training program was shut down and Gagarin became a general research facility. Its remote location and international isolation from the extranet made it popular for dangerous research, particularly in the field of artificial intelligence. Humanity's first stable AI, the Alliance bossard Eliza, achieved sapience at Gagarin in 2172. Today, Gagarin Station has a permanent population of approximately 9,000, a plan that has been proposed to move out to the gravitationally stable Berry Center point between Pluto and the Charon Rayleigh, allowing it to serve as a gateway facility between Sol and the Arctic systems. The high cost of safety for moving its mass has delayed this indefinitely. Okay, biotics training. Biotic implants and implants only provide the potential to create coherent mass effect fields. Whether the biotics actually do so is largely determined by training. Biotics must develop conscious control over their nervous systems, sending specific electrical impulses to the Element Zero modules embedded in their nerves. They are taught to use these implants and amps with biofeedback devices in physical and mnemonics. Specific gestures or muscle moves fire the proper sequence of nerves to activate a certain skill. Contix Industries pioneered biotic training with the Biotic Acclimation and Temperance Training Program, though the BAT did not achieve the desired results, or the BAT, many techniques are still used today. Many human think tanks are trying to develop some form of biotic super soldier. Most are benign efforts to create more flexible troops. Others, less publicly known, are unapologetically attempts to create the Nietzschean Superman.
Anything you need, Commander? I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
What's your opinion?
I mean, if you like the book.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Oh my god. Oh, hey. Weapons. Didn't know that. Oh, Codex. N7. The Alliance Military Vocational Code System classifies the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of one letter and one number. And soldiers MVC indicate. Okay, yada yada. We already know this. And is the code for special forces. Yada yada. We know. In fact, we learned this way earlier. Oh, this is accurate. Okay, let's get this. An accurate shotgun. Didn't think I'd ever see the day. Get that for a pistol. And the Avenger 3. It's better. Where should I sell some of these weapons? Oh wait, wow, we are actually could sell some of these weapons and get a monthly profit and get some weapons. Mencho? Here, we need some. Chocolates. Liara!
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
Guys, turn on the bitrate, meta fixed it. It also seems to fix stream issues, too. And lag issues.
Glad we got there in time.
I guess I was just overloading my PC. with the bit rate.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation.
They're also like one of the first species in the galaxy in this cycle.
A single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Yeah.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve.
Wow, she avoided. I this is the first time I actually found this out.
If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered.
Yeah, but isn't that like a very like what how Mornith is created?
No longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it.
Isn't it like if you create like the monsters like they'll like eat people?
From the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
I'm probably gonna go for Liara to Sonya as my character's romance option in this playthrough because I've actually not seen that myself. One of the few characters I've actually not seen the romance option for. Actually, I actually have not seen the romance option for this and how it affects later games. The only two I know is Tali and Garrus. That's it.
Pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari lived for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions.
The time is
We do not
gone.
focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Yeah.
Do you know who Matriarch?
She rarely spoke of her partner.
Benezia never told you her
Union
partner.
with our own kind is no longer... Asari daughter... It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed.
Maybe she...
Many Asari...
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, and we learn more about the Asari culture. Case in point, Because of their long lifespan, Asari tend to have a long view, not common of other races. When they encounter a new species or situation, the Asari are more comfortable with the extended period of passive observation and study than immediate action. They are unfazed as some of their investments or decisions may not pay off for decades or centuries. But matriarchs can seem to make incomprehensible decisions, but their insight is evident when their carefully laid plans come to fruition. In interstellar relations, the long view manifests in an unspoken policy of centrism. The Asari instinctively seeks to maintain stable balance of economic, political, and military power. Traditionally, Asari spread their influence through cultural domination and intellectual superiority. They invite new species of advanced development to join the galactic community, knowing that their ideals of Bahas will inevitably influence the existing culture. So, Britain. They are Britain. Like, come, join our empire. You'll become British eventually. Anyways. My nails still smell like the seasoning that I used. My hand has been seasoned so much my hand changed color, so like when I did it. Still is a bit, it's still a bit orange. Yeah, still a bit orange. Yes.
Let's see what you got, Commander.
Alright, let's sell some of this, if I can. Make some of these. No. Okay. We should probably wait before we do anything.
Commander, how are you?
You in CSEC?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
Again, I love this part of these games.
There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Sarah.
Especially you're working for a Spectre.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone.
Ah.
Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Sarah. He actually taught me how to becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were
Spectre?
asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits.
Wow.
I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability.
Is your father the one guy on, Is the father the one guy that's on, the Citadel? The one guy in the office?
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
But yeah, we got more stuff. Turian culture and Turian military doctrine. Okay, then. While Turians are individuals with the personal desires, their instincts to equate the self with the group and set aside personal desires for the good of all. Turians are taught to have a strong sense of personal accountability, the Turian honor that other races find so remarkable. Turians are taught to own every decision they make, good or evil or ill. The worst sin they can make in the eyes of their people is to lie about their own actions. Turians who murder will try to get away with it. But if directly questioned, most will confess the crime. Turians have a strong inclination towards public service and self-sacrifice, so they tend to be poor entrepreneurs. To compensate, they accepted the mercantile Volus as a client race, offering protection in exchange for their fiscal expertise. The military is the center of their society. It is not just an armed force. It is an all-encompassing public works organization. The military police are also the civic police. The fire brigades serve the civilian population as well as military facilities. The core of an engineer builds and maintains spaceports, schools, water purification plants, the power stations. The merchant marine ensures that all worlds get needed resources. military doctrine. Though they lack the brutality of the Krogan, the skill of the Asari, and the virtuosity of the humans, the Turian military is formidable discipline. Officers and NCOs are lifers with years of field experience. Enlisted personnel are thoroughly trained to stay calm under fire. Turians' units don't break, even if their entire line collapses. They fall back in order setting ambush. This is as they go. A popular saying holds, "You will only see a Turian's back once he is dead." Boot camp begins on the 15th birthday. Soldiers received a year of training before being assigned to a field unit. Sorry. Jaw. Officers train for even longer. Most serve until the age of 30, at which they become part of the reserves. Even if they suffer injuries pending frontline service, most do support work behind the lines. Biotics are uncommon. While admired for their exacting skills, biotic motives are not always fully trusted by the common soldier. The Turian prefer to assign their biotics to specialist teams called cabals. Command and control is centralized and flexible. Individual squads can call for artillery and air support. They make extensive use of combat drones for light duties, and practice on combined arms. Infantry operates with armor supported by overhead gunships. Strategically, they are also methodically impatient and dislike risk operations. Tradition is important. Each legion has a full-time staff of historians who chronicle its battles' honors in detail. The oldest have records dating back to the Turian Iron Age. If a legion is destroyed in battle, it is reconstituted rather than replaced. Wow. The Turians recruit auxiliary units from conquered or absorbed minor races. Auxiliaries are generally light infantry or armored cavalry units that screen and support the main Turian formations. At the conclusion of their service in the auxiliaries, recruits are granted Turian citizenship. Either die in battle or don't be a part of us at all.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do.
Won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
You knew Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Fair
I
enough.
think I'd like to hear about it. Just the same.
Fair enough.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edge of the systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
Saren recruited you?
Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying?
Are the crew okay? Or the crew executed?
All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
It was a Volus trading vessel. Big one, lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every
Yeah.
other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Yeah.
Damn one.
Oh,
Are your people really?
We're too spread out. None of us are
So long, Rex.
but yeah. As we saw, Mr. Saren has a bit of a brutal streak, even back then. Literally executing the entirety of that crew. One by one. Also, we now have access to the full cargo ship. We now have everyone's cargo.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Of course.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They're not
They
alliance?
serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Sir! No, sir. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Oops. Shit.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
I'm sorry, I wouldn't mind talking more.
Dismissed.
Sir.
But yeah, sorry, but you know, don't be a dick. Anyways, humanity's encountered many galactic species. Wars have been few, but mistrust is rife. Politically, the Alliance is a peaceful trade partner of the Turians. As a practical matter, however, there is simmering antagonism and bigotry between both populations over the First Contact War of 2157. The Alliance enjoys good relations with the Asari, though many privately believe the matriarchs are aristocratic and overcautious. Although humans know better to unconditionally trust any Solarian, their shared recklessness ways and make them natural allies against conservative Turians and Asari. The Krogan have no unified government, but the individuals are generally treated as potential criminals, a reputation most Krogan enjoy living down to. The Alliance has no formal contact with the Quarians. Their migrant fleet has not yet passed through any human settled system. The Batarians are rivals for control of the Skylian Verge. They serve their treaties with the Citadel to prospect a colonial conflict against the Alliance. Officially, there's no war, but neither is there a peace. They are kidnapping, slaving them! Anyways. Yeah. Sorry, I had to say that. Anyways. Also, I don't think we meet Batarians in this game. I think it's Mass Effect 2 where you blow up the Batarian overall, I think. Core charge status, what the frick? Okay. Okay. As positive or negative currents pass through the FTL core, it requires static electric charge. Drives can be operated an average of 50 hours before they reach charge saturation. This charge proportional to the magnitude of mass reduction. A heavier or faster ship reaches saturation more quickly. A charge allowed to build, the core will discharge into the whole of the ship. All underground crew members are fried to a crisp. Oh my god! All electronic systems are burned out and metal bulkheads may be melted and fused together. Jesus! The safest ways to charge the core is to land on a planet and establish connection to the ground, like a lightning rod. Large vessels like dreadnoughts cannot land and must discharge onto a planetary's magnetic field. The ship passes the charge into a drive core to the magnetic armored hull and dives into the magnetic field. As the hull discharges, sheets of lightning jump away from the field, creating a beautiful auroral displays on the planet. The ship must retract its sensors and weapons while jumping charges prevent damage, leaving it blind and helpless. Discharging on a moon with a weak magnetic field can take days. Discharging into the more powerful field of a gas giant may require less than an hour. Deep space facilities such as the Citadel often have special dark charge facilities. Jesus! Melts the entire crew.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up.
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But
I mean, I can understand it. I used to live by a train yard,
this ship
so...
is so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. but maybe they just wanted a different life.
Yeah.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Yeah.
I should go.
See you later.
Bye, Tali. Hopefully I didn't get renegade points for calling out freaking bigotry. Of Ashley.
Commander.
Good to see you. Okay, Garrus. Seriously, I do not tolerate racism on my crew. You want to be racist? The airlock is right over there! Anyways. Oh! Please, okay, thank God. Yeah, it seems to fix the crashing, which is nice. Thank God. The same goes for you, chat, by the way. I will not tolerate any of that in my chat. If I see any of that, generally, it's a meet, you're out. It's banned. Like... Anyways. Alright, so we've done that. We don't have to visit this planet ever again. Go back, and we're going to visit the rest of the places around here. Sparta, Macedon, and Athens. We're going to go to Athens first. Prepare to see the screen a lot this episode, because again, I'm going to be mostly focused... Oh! Quest line, baby!
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say anymore in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
That's unique. Pharaohs, by the way. Distant probes have been on a has only been a cursory examination of the unmanned. Distant Pharaohs has been only a cursory examination by an unnamed probe. It has a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mostly composed of tins with deposit of carbon. Deeper craters have been partly filled by ice, suggesting there's been a significant number of water locked between its frozen surface. A large ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading into the planet's name. Okay, and we have nothing of interest but much of the debris is marked with the Magna Quality insignia. Circa. Circe. Circe is a moderately sized hydrogen and helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. These give it a striking yellow-green tint. Circe likely develops a helium-3 mining, which we get helium-3 from this planet. On this planet, trace of sodium in the atmosphere give nausea, its overall dark gray color. It's otherwise a typically hydrogen helium gas giant. Its abundance of water vapor in the atmosphere accounts for its white clouds. It's a very pretty planet, though. Okay, let's see this, see if there's anything. Sometimes there's quests in here, to be honest. So, I don't think there is. Nope. Nope. Wait, Salamis. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned from orbit. Little is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures must have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. And over here is Proteus. Like Hanar homeworld, Proteus is more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown off the Athens raises global humidity to 100%, creating constant cloud cover, and empowers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm-racked, Proteus's rare combination of hydrogen, oxygen atmosphere and the carbon-based biosphere nevertheless is recommended for colonization. A pilot program has studied the possibilities of colonies below the ocean surface, safe for the worst effects of the weather. Colony founded 2,179, population 12,470, the capital of Ithaca. I wonder which was probably, let's see here, and we get a bunch of free oxygen. Whoop, whoop. Can't study the star, but let's go to Macedon. Basically, with every single one of these areas, you'll get like a patch you through, and they'll basically be like a little quest, or some of the times there will be. At least for each of these galaxies. Farglus, or Farglus. Farglus is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. Scan for some xenon. Alright, we need some of these to get the quest line, and to get money. Money! Oh, metallic asteroid. Survey. Titanium. So there's multiple in here, so do the full circle. Okay. Patavig. Patavig is the second of the Macedon system's giant terrestrial planets, and by far the most interesting. Most of the surface is covered in a vast sea of liquid ammonia, in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. While the frozen continents are mostly bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Patavig is a suitable colonization for the by the Volus. Negotiations between the System Alliance and the Volus patrons, the Turian hierarchy, have made good progress. Okay, so that's a good world for Turian stuff, and also pretty unique creatures. Let's see. And then we have Porolon. Porolon is a enormous terrestrial planet, half again the size of Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the Red Dwarf Macedon leaves its surface biting cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but the significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These lodes may prove rich enough to be profitably mined despite their heavy gravity. Whoa, 1.5 Gs. And you're scanning the planet Porolon when a strange signal came from orbit. The navigator Presley determined the signal was from the ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found a Dr. Matriarchal Delinga's writings from its storage compartment. I wonder where that is. Probably a quest. And Sharjila. Sharjila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. The temperature surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Bowies in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Sharjila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica dioxide dust, or respiratory byproducts of the world's largest animal life forms. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard in areas where wind deposits a great deal of silica footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. But fun fact, there's stuff here! I'm just going to Google a map for it because there is actually stuff on here they can get. So I want to Google it. So, land. I'll be doing that for landing planets. I'm going to Google things that are on here. Okay, and for characters, we haven't taken Liara, and let's take Ashley. Yeah, the Femme Fatale squad. Landing on a planet, we're probably gonna die due to rich atmosphere full of a bunch of ammonia. We're probably gonna die from being hit by a rock. Anyways. This is my favorite part of Mass Effect 1, planetary exploration. Although if you get out of your ship, because there's an atmosphere we can't breathe on, we have the N7 helmets. I love these things! I wish they were more in the series, but they aren't. I love them. And we also have the Unification War. At around the time the Solarians started reforming the Council, the Turians were embroiled in a bitter civil war. The Unification War was later named to begin hostilities between the colonies furthest to the Turian homeworld Paladin. These colonies were run by local chieftains, many of whom had distanced themselves to the hierarchy. Without the galvanizing influence of the government, the colonies became increasingly isolated and xenophobic. Colonists began wearing emblems or facial markings to differentiate themselves from members of other colonies, and open hostilities became common. When the war finally broke out, the hierarchy remained strict diplomacy and refused to get involved. After several years of fighting, less than a dozen factions remained in the hierarchy and finally intervened. By the time, the chieftains were too weak to resist, and their force put an end to the fighting and renewed their allegiance to the hierarchy. Though peace was restored, it took several decades for animosity between the colonies to fade completely. To this day, most Turians still wear the facial markings of their home colonies. As the point of interest, the Turian term bareface refers to someone who's beguiling or not to be trusted. Is also a slang term for politicians. Or bare-faceted. Okay, we have some assignments. Unicy, Turi, and Insignias, which are basically things we can find. The Asari ratings we can find. The Asari diplomacy. Which we have to do in a bit. So we'll do that soon, after we review this galaxy. And we have to level up the art, Sony, and you. So first, let's unlock fitness. Let's get your assault rifles maxed out. Combat armor. We'll get adrenaline boost, first aid, fitness, and the art Sony. Liara, Liara, Liara. Freaking tear them up. Singularity. Ability to create black holes. Yep. And I'm going to basically put most of my points into that because, holy crap, it's really good. Look at that. There we are. Pretty well built, I'd say. But yeah, I love this helmet on Shepard. I think it's like one of the things that I love about Shepard with this design. And it's just equipped to the art Sony with some gear. Let's put the Striker on her. Let's get her some Hammerhead rounds and a. Let's give her a improved sighting too. And let's see, Omni Tool, Chameleon Tool. No. Tech cooldown bonus. Let's get that for her. And the utility amp. This basically lowers her power, but gives her stronger duration. Nix and okay, Reaper. The Reapers. Also, what's her name? You keep your pistol. You keep your assault rifle. Got it. All right, let's go to the map. Okay, so I want to head to here first. Actually, I'm gonna mark around here-ish first. So we can head there right away. Again, I love exploration in Mass Effect. I wish it was in 2. I think it returns in 3. God, I hope it returns in 3. Because seriously, I love this part in 1. It was such an underrated part of the game, is the EVA missions. And it never returned. I don't understand why they cut it at 2. It's one of the things that made me fall in love with the first game, is the ability to go on planets and explore. Thankfully, I do know it returns in Andromeda. Thank the Lord. Which, I want to play. Because I've heard that Andromeda does get better. I heard Andromeda gets better. By the way, this is basically the quest of the area. This is the anomaly, and this is debris they can get some materials from. Though there are unmarked materials they can find to get more money. As you can see here. They are not listed on the map. You have to explore the entire place in order to find them, unless you have a map. And it's literally just like, hey, here's some thorium, here's some yada yada, here's a bunch of resources, survey. But survey a mineral. Really? You have to hack it? Okay. Mineral, you survey a large deposit of thorium. It gives you a ton of money. And area map, good stuff. And put some on the area map. Alright, the next area is down here-ish, so I'm going to just put that there. But I'm going to head south first to explore that anomaly. Again, I love this thing. Again, seriously, why weren't you in freaking 2? Like, I love the Mako. I know a lot of people hated it. It was a very controversial thing when it first released, but I freaking love this thing! I freaking love it. Always have. Alright, and sorry, capsule. Cover artifact. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held other things. One of the matriarchal Delinga's writings. So you get another writing from Matriarch Delinga and 1,000 credits. And some EXP too. That's one of the reasons you actually want to do these. You can get a ton of EXP from them. This is one of the ways that you get gold, like en masse. I mean, look, from that little bit, we're almost there to getting one of the pieces of the hammer tech. Seriously. Which I'm buying the assault rifle immediately. Seriously. Getting the assault rifle right away is gonna be the first thing in the order, because the assault rifle in this game, the hammer assault rifle, is amazing. Also, make sure you're inside of here, because if you're outside, I think eventually you explode, so be careful. It's kind of like Halo with that. There it is. Also, remember you have jet boost. Should play Assassin's Creed sometime soon. Yeah, I'll do that next. After, maybe instead, like after Dragon Quest VII, I'll do Assassin's Creed, because that'll be a fun game. A game series I've never really gotten too far in, and I own 2. Well, 1. I'm gonna basically play until the series changes from the sci-fi aspect, maybe. Uranium? Oh god! My DNA is melting! Anyways, we got an extreme amount of money. Okay, and we'll put 1 here. My DNA is melting! Ah! Again, the rover. I love the Mako! I love this thing. I love going in alien planets and just styling on everything. With this super sick rover with a freaking rotary gun and a missile launcher. I love it! I love it! It's so fun! Come on. Now, to be careful. I knew they added the ability to jump with the thing. That was, or boost with it. I know that wasn't in the original game, if I remember. Or was this? Like, that wasn't in the original game, so it has a little bit less maneuverability. But, but I think it's nice. It had one of these removed. But seriously, no regrets, me myself. No regrets on this thing, and I miss it so much. I love you. How I love these things. How I love the Mako. The Firehawk, it is not the Mako. It will never be the Mako. It is why I hate the Firehawk. I think you guys know this by now. I despise that Firehawk. It is a downgrade. Took one of my favorite vehicles in the game, basically chewed it up and shot it out. It's freaking like freaking took like my favorite thing to do in Mass Effect 1, the EVA missions, and just exploring these uncharted worlds, seeing all these little quests that just like that aren't that important, but they're just really cool. You know, seeing all this stuff and just like, oh hey, by the way, now here, and there it is. It's like, and here's Firehawk, and it's only resorted to 3 missions, and they all suck. Have fun, and they also got rid of all of its HP, and now it only does like 1 damage. It's like, why? It also can hover now. It's like, why? It's like, why? Why did they do that to my boy? Or actually no, it's a vehicle. So why did they do this to my girl? Remember, right, in the military terms, all vehicles are girls, or at least ships are. Okay, that's a escape pod, a salvage probe, electronic skill 2. Alrighty then, Liara, what's your electronic skill at? Liara, electronic. Oh, you don't have any. Okay. Should have brought Caden. Well, now I know. How do I leave the planet? Get in the vehicle. Get in the vehicle. How do I leave planet? Just checking. Gameplay. No. Game controls. Shooting configuration, stick configuration, no. Control. Key bindings. Okay. Vehicle. Change, repair. Okay, R is repair. Jump jets, exit vehicle, leave world, F. Okay. We want Caden, Alenko, or Miss Tali for this mission. So I'm gonna land back until I can get the things, because seriously, I think we need it. I need it! I woke up my cat. Sorry about that, kitty. Sorry, she's like, what the frick are you doing? What the heck? What the heck are you doing? Anyways. Hey, what's good is that it's very close by. So I guess for this playthrough, mixture between Liara Tassoni and Tali would be a really good group because it would give us tech, it would give us biotics and tech, which is something that we do not have. And just checking, Caden, what's your electronics? Pretty high. Forgot about that little quirk. But hey, we can level up soon, and we can get ourselves a more stuff. Yeah! Anyways, this is Shepard, and this is Jackass. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is Jackass. Anyways, okay, being manual bypass. Alright, and we get anti-personnel rounds and hardened weave. Also, equip yourself with anti-personnel rounds. There aren't many geth in these places, so I'm gonna just do that. Heatsink or proof sighting. Makes it good. Okay, so let's, so hardened weave. +3. First, increased hardening, first gate interface. What do I have currently? Hardened weave 3. Alright, motorized joints, smash damage. Let's see, what can I put on you two? Alright, you get the first gate interface, and you, we want you to have cooldown reduction. Oh, nice helmet, Caden. Yeah, alright, there we are. Let's go into that point of interest, and then we can head on to the next galaxy. Or to the next, not galaxy, head on to the next, star system. Joker, make sure, by the way, Joker, make sure to, flush the system to prevent our ship from exploding, you know? Oh, we can fire from space. Boosh. Boosh. God, I love the Mako. Again, let's drive in. I love you, Mako. That's Turians. Boosh. Boo! I love you. I love you. You're the robot. You weaponized tank rover, you. I love it. I love it so much, and I miss it. I'm gonna miss it so much. Anyways, let's go. Each of these have like a little. Most of the solar systems have at least one landable world where you basically have a mini side quest. So here's this side quest. Why do you stasis them? Oh, hello there. Ah! Ah! There we are. And hey, level up for us. Oh, frickin'. Yes. Hey, Solarian. I wonder if the Solarians were inspired by the, what are they called? The, like, gray aliens. Of, like, Nasari Slaver. Oh, God! I've been muted! Oh, frickin' no! No, 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 no. Okay, almost died. Okay. Throw her. Okay, remember, don't get cocky. Okay. Hammer, a Reaper, a high caliber barrel, and a stimulant pack. Nice. Okay. What does the Reaper do? Okay, hammer is the Reaper. Reaper 3. How is it? Okay, it does more damage. Basically better, but accuracy. This is basically a one-shot sniper. Okay, so we now have motorized joints, toxic seals, hardened weave, but we also have something here. I think a heat sink? No. High caliber barrel. Okay, yes. Okay, what does this do? Low, okay, it makes this generate a lot more heat. This seems like a good weapon for the pistol. It's gonna like bam, 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 or a shotgun. This is perfect for the sniper. Where is it? Where is it? No, not you. Where is it? There. Where is the rifle round? I just put it on something. I don't know where it went. Did I put on my pistol? Yes. No, I didn't put on my pistol. What did I put it on? So what happened to the rifle round I just put on? The frick? Anyways, is it on you? Oh, you have facing rounds. Get those off you. Anyways. Ew. Anyways, we'll level up anyway, so might as well start leveling up things. We should... This would get us more, even though we're not a renegade. Okay. It would boost our... Nah, we aren't a renegade. This would boost our damage and duration of all powers and attacks, increasing health and accuracy. But let's get Overkill maxed. So we use the most. Get shield boost. And let's get Assault Training. Anyways, so for you, let's get Electronics up. A lot in on you, Liara. Throw. And then put some in the lift. Shuck him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Ready. Alright, and there's a door control here. So the map's not done. Yep, there's one more thing here. Hardened. Encryption's too low. What the frick? Anyways. Anti-personnel rounds, stimulants. Okay. Encryption too low. Freaking. Get out of here, you mosquito. Gosh darn it. Anyways. Caden. Let's take it out of electronic. Damn it! Anyways, okay. Oh, you discover evidence the Asari leading these slavers and Asana Dantius, an important ambassador in the Citadel, or sisters. You should return to President and confront Asana with this. We now found a quest line that, fun fact, we actually have access to. Oh yeah, I have it on this. I see. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, there's just an upgrade kit here. Hammerhead and basic rounds. You can explore the areas before you leave. For instance, this are over here. Oh, open. Oh, there's a door down here we can open too. Yes, explore. Crates. Ooh, medical prescription. Oops. Phoenix and the utility amp. Okay, that's a new armor for Miss Ooh, and a new armor for me! The Onyx. We got a journal. Go get... Their sister Delilah is dead. Okay, we have a new Onyx armor. It's Krogan armor. What? Okay. Boo! No. No. No, I don't want that. Anyways. That back on. Get hard when we get the, smack. Get the first aid interface. Oh wait, where's the wrong armor? The other... Yes. Oh my god, much better shotgun. Alright, on you, let's get the improved... that's it. Let's do weapon stability. And instead of you, we'll do, hammerhead rounds. Just big the gun, just... per person when it hits them. You know? Just... they just launch him backwards. Oh, you can also afford a weapon now. Again, you get gold a lot... the money becomes a lot more common the moment that you leave the base. Okay, we need to head back with Miss Tali. Tali, Shepard. Get in there? Yes, okay. I love the missions. I love them. 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 Pirates, shooting pirates, basically blowing them up. Defeating things. Heck, he even has his own little mini quest in him. And heck, even ties in a Mass Effect 2's plot, if you believe. Yep, Mass Effect 2's plot continues off of some of these side quests. If you believe me. The entirety of Cerberus is introduced in these quest lines. Alright, it's you, and let's bring Ashley. Why don't you skip this cutscene? It's the only thing. Alright, let's go back to the squad, go to Tali, Zora, and Araya, and decryption is all the way max. Okay, that's good. Yep. And on Ashley, we'll give you, get you, soldier stuff. So you regenerate health, you know. Equipment. Yes, you, Ashley. No. You get equipped your Phoenix light armor. Aw, well, I get more shields and biotic protection. What the frick? Okay. Oh yeah, it's a different armor set. Ah! I hate it. I hate it so much. Okay, on you. So radioactive rounds get hammerhead rounds and the ability of get the combat sensor. And you on your pistol. Surprised I still have what a striker level 1 on you. Get the Kessler on you and equip you with hammerhead rounds and a high caliber barrel. But yeah. Reaper weapons! Or Spectre weapons! Here we come! La 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 la! It's better than every other thing in the game! I probably need to go back and go to all the shops inside of, the Presidentium, because we have a bunch of med gel upgrades. Because med gel's really good! La 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 la. Anyways. Whee! Alright, how close are we level up again? Not pretty far. Okay. So now I know, bring Tali to every planet. Because she can unlock basically every crate. This is Shepard, and I'm Commander Shepard, and this is Jackass. Whee! Anyways. Alright, over. Okay, everyone's dead, so you just have to run to the upstairs. Then we're gonna head to the other planets in the sector, and then basically the other area in the sector, and then we're gonna head back to the Citadel. So some quests to do. Excuse me. And some things to buy. Including... Okay. Alright, hammer and personal rounds, and here, wall safe. Yes. High caliber barrel 3 and a heatsink 3. Nice! And a bunch of credits, too. Putting us over that, that limit. Where is it? There we are. High caliber barrel 3, we already have that. Love this thing. And, let's put that on our shotgun. Just... you know? Just... boom! That's a blast person to smithereens. Blast them into bits. Bits and pieces everywhere. Just splatter them all over the walls and the ceiling. Turn them into red mist! I don't know why I'm laughing like that, but I love I love being powerful in video games. It's fun. Being powerful in video games is fun. I have to say that. Let's talk to everybody. Commander?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a
know
sense.
about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course.
Yeah.
Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and EZO. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help.
Yeah.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret.
My Turians.
Afraid of what people back home would think. Asking the Turians.
The worst.
They just fought a war with them.
Yeah, why don't you sorry?
Sorry would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Oh. Sure they meant well.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Yeah.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better.
Ooh.
Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander.
I don't want to talk about it.
Not rehash it.
We'll talk another time.
But yeah, every time we leave the ship and go back in, I'm going to basically go around and talk to everybody. Because it's a one-way ticket to getting to side quests. Because here's the thing, these characters are not, the companions have their own quest lines. Which is the one thing that I actually want to continue, mainly, and get from, you know?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs. unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until death followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
Not foolish.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for a study. No, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense?
Oh.
You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers.
Why?
I always seem to say
Give me
something
more.
embarrassing around other people.
Why the frick did Opera boot up?
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Okay. Opera booted up for some reason? I don't know.
I should go.
I close it down. I close it down. I don't know why I booted up. Council races. The Asari government. The Asari came for the concept of a world government. For centuries, their world of Thessia was dotted with loose confederacies of great republican cities. The closest earthly equivalent would be the ancient Mediterranean city-states. Since the Asari culture values consensus and accommodation, there is little impetus to form a large principalities. Rather than hoard resources, the Asari bartered freely. Rather than attack one another over differing philosophies, they sought to understand one another. Only in the information age did the city-states grow close. Communication over internet evolved into an electronic democracy. The Asari have no politicians or elections, but a freewheeling, all-inclusive legislature that citizens participate in at will. Policy debates that take place all hours of the day in official chat rooms and forums moderated by the specially programmed VIs. All aspects of policy are open to plebiscite. At any time, any given debate, the Asari tend to lend the most credence to the opinions of any matriarchs present, always nearly deferring to the experience of these millennia-old wise women. Achieving consensus through public debate may take too long in a crisis. In cases where prompt decision-making is required, the Asari refer to the wisdom of the local matriarchs. Prothean Beacon. The beacon was a Prothean artifact assembled on the Alliance colony of Eden Prime. On Earth, I mean. Its resemblance to the Prothean databanks recovered on Mars provoked immediate interest in the Alliance and Citadel console. It proved to be a solid data storage device, part of the galaxy-spanning comm network similar to the modern extranet. Intact, Prothean paleo technology is rare. The beacon seemed to promise another quantum leap of technology akin to the discovery of the Mass Effect drives and relays. Unfortunately, the beacon also drew the attention of the rogue Spectre Saren Arturius and his synthetic allies, the Geth. The Dawn, raided by his flagship Sovereign, results in hundreds of civilian casualties. The beacon was badly damaged. The motives behind the attacks are still being investigated. During the recovery operation, the beacon fired a pulse of energy at the executive officer of the Alliance frigate Normandy. The Lieutenant Commander Shepard survived, appears to have suffered no ill effects. However, the beacon fell inert. This mechanism appears to be dead. You also speak to chocolates, I'm pretty sure.
Commander?
No,
Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Nice our med gel. Alright, let's head down to the basement and then talk to the other 4. Yeah, I said I'll be doing this a lot, you know. Because again, the party members in this game are really good, and you can't just like do them all at once. You have to do it one at a time and everything. So,
What do you want, Shepard?
personal inquiry.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Like?
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why
Why
leave?
not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war.
Yeah, Clan Erdnot, right?
Tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our...
Rex is probably one of my favorite companions in the series.
Forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you
Ooh,
to a
okay.
well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Forgot about that one.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked. But we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Are your people really dying?
We're shook. We're too spread out.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard?
No.
I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Tar Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war.
A war criminal, I see.
Millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from
Oh, the British. It looks the British Museum. Anyways.
several bases where he stores his goods. All fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
I'll look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system.
This is the first example.
I want to be there when you find him.
This is the first example of a companion quest.
Rex.
So we got ourselves a quest for Rex, the family armor. After talking to Rex, you learn that he's looking for his family ceremony armor, taken by the Turians after the Krogan Rebellion. Now profiteer named Ton Actus has it. Find the Turian who stole Rex's family armor. He's hiding in his base somewhere in the Argos Row cluster. And this is Rex's personal quest. He's the first one, I guess, that gave us his. Every single character in this game has their own personal quest. His is finding his family battle armor. The Krogan culture. Harsh Krogan homeworld conditioned the Krogan psychology for toughness adjusted to this body. The Krogan have always had a tendency to be selfish, unsympathetic, and blunt. They respect strength and self-reliance, and neither are surprised nor offended by treachery. The weak and selfless do not live long. In their culture, looking out for number one is simply a matter of course. After the defeat in the rebellions, the very concept of Krogan leadership was discredited. Where a warlord can once command enough power to bring an entire solar system to its heel to become overlord these days, it's rare for a single leader to have more than 1,000 warriors swear allegiance to him. Most Krogan trust and serve no one but themselves. This solitary attitude stems from that part of a deep sense of fatalism and futility, a profound social effect in the Genophages caused the Krogan numbers to dwindle into a relative handful. Not only are they angry the entire system seems to be out to get them, the Krogan are also generally pessimistic about their race's chance of survival. Disrupting Krogan see no point to building for the future. There will be no future. There will be no future. The Krogan live with the attitude of kill, pillage, and be selfish, for tomorrow we die. Yeah.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy.
Nail.
Cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden.
Interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Of course not, sir. Fraternization is against regulations. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over.
That happens to all military
Half a dozen
families.
times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right?
That is true. A lot of the
Sometimes
military
I'd
families, a
talk
lot
with
of
my
traveling.
sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike.
Ooh.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Yeah, no means no.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for 2 weeks.
Destroyed. Yeah, good on you, Ashley. You know.
Why didn't you tell the police?
Yeah, freaking
She
dick.
said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and
Mike
Mike
was a
would both
dick.
become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
Military training.
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol. They do great things to her figure, though.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
I have wanted to learn try and learn sword fighting, or at least spear fighting, more or less.
Last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight up
Fuck
puncher.
you, Mike.
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there.
Tell us the Quarians.
I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Isn't Ulysses about the not the Greek Ulysses? Isn't that about like the actual Ulysses S. Grant or something like that, or Ulysses? Give me a moment. Sorry, I'm not much in poetry. I'm sorry to say. Yes. No, it's not about Ulysses. It's about Ulysses, the person from, I think, the Civil War, or around Ulysses, or around the Civil War. AKA, if you remember, Baron Bull. Actually, yeah, it is him. It's he served. He was the military officer and politician who served the it was Ulysses S. Grant. He was the 18th president of the United States, and the poem was about him. Which, if you really know Ulysses, you would know him because he's the name of Mr. Baron Bull. The Baron Bull. Ulysses from New Vegas.
Does he still like it?
I need to play more Fallout.
I sure hope so.
I need to play more
Maybe
Sky,
he
more
tells
Elder
me
Scrolls.
every time I go home. Dad
Oh.
passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should
Yeah.
get back to my duties. Didn't mean to
Honestly, I actually agree with Ashley there a bit with like my own faith. It's just like, how can you like basically it's like there's so much beauty and intricacy in nature is that there has to be something that just like I guess be God, like, you know. Yeah, that's my personal belief with this. I am myself a Christian, so tiny no. Did she just break my headphones?
Dismissed, Chief.
Okay. Okay, no, she didn't. Basically, it's basically a line I quote myself is like, how can you look at everything in the universe and like and not believe in something? You know, everything is so intricate, so detailed, and it's like even to the minor cells, our own body's biomes, and how our own cells work. They're so detailed that just like, how could you not? Like, you know, intricately put together.
Looking for supplies? Let's see what you bet.
That's my personal look. Like, not. My personal 2 cents. Sorry, I have some weird thing to say. It's my own percents in it, and just how I think. Excuse me. Compare. How is it? It's light armor. Ugh. Where's the heavy armor? I don't want this. It's better! Ah! It is better, but I hate it! I hate it! It looks awful! Ah! It looks so bad! Ah! Anyways, to Garrus.
Commander, good to see you. You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Anything specific?
Yeah. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Disturbing? This is leading to another one of Garrus' quests.
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts.
Yeah, organs.
We usually get a few of those.
Organ trafficking.
I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan?
Yeah.
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40.
They have 4 testicles?
Full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties. The ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
Well, it It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable him. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Paragon and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. It's a whole joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping
This
you'd
is
say,
Garrus's
"But
quest.
Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him."
Yeah. And now we have the quest for Mr. Garrus. Find Dr. Salion, which is in the Kepler Verge. So, military doctrine. The Alliance military is of great concern to the galaxy. At first contact, the Turians are completely inexperienced. Turian disdain changed to respect at the relief of Shanxi, where the humans despise them with novel technologies and tactics. Humans' devotion to understanding and adapting to modern space warfare stunned the staid council races. For hundreds of years, they lived behind secure walls of long-proven technologies and tactics. The council regards the Alliance as a sleeping giant. Less than 3% of humans volunteer to serve in the military, a low portion than any other species. While a competent Alliance soldier are neither as professional as the Turians nor as skilled as the Asari, their strength lies in fire support, flexibility, and speed. They make up for a lack of numbers and sophisticated technical support, VIs, drones, artillery, echelonic warfare, and emphasis on mobility, individual initiative. Their doctrine is not based on absorbing and dishing out heavy shocks to the Turians and Krogan. Rather, they bypass enemy strong points and launch deep into their rear, cutting supply lines and destroying headquarters and support units, leaving the enemies to wither on the vine. On defense, the human military is a rapid reaction force or lives by the Sun Tzu maxim: he who tries to defend everything defends nothing. Garrisons are intended for scouting rather than combat, avoiding engagements to observe and report on invaders using drones. The token garrisons of human colonies make it easier for alien powers to secure them, for which the Alliance media criticize the military. However, the powerful fleet stationed at phase gate nexus such as Arcturus were just a few hours or days from any colony within the sphere of responsibility. In the event of attack, they responded with overwhelming force. And the Alien Council raises the Turian biology. Turian homeworld Paragon has a metallic pored core, generating a weak magnetic field allowing more solar radiation from the atmosphere. To deal with this, most forms of life on Paragon involve some sort of metallic exoskeleton to protect themselves. Their reflective plate-like skin makes Turians less susceptible to long-term low-level radiation exposure, but do not possess any sort of natural armor. A Turian's thick skin does not stop projectiles and target energy bolts. Although life in Paragon is a carbon-based and oxygen-breathing, it is built on dextroamino acids. This places the Turians in a distinct minority on the galactic scale. The Quarians are the only other known sapient dextroprotein race. The food of humans, Asaris or Solarians, who evolved in levo-amino acid-based biospheres, will pass through a Turian system without providing any nutrition. At worst, will trigger a military reaction that can be fatal if not immediately treated. So yes, Quarians or Turians have a different body system than every other species in the galaxy, except for the Quarians, basically living on dextroamino acids, which is created by the series. If a human ever consumed dextroamino acids, by the way, they would have the basically equivalent of lactose intolerance, and yeah, then they would crap their guts out, or at worst, instantly die. Like, well, not instantly die, but have their throat swell shut, as...
Shepard, I'm glad
Yeah.
you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
Surprised that the,
I'm sleeping much
Quarian
better.
helmets aren't, like,
I
see-through
never really
at
used
all.
how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Why?
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of
yeah.
the faculty board. He's one of only lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Royalty?
Are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen, but it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example.
Oop.
Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
We save the galaxy.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
The wrong thing to say.
No, but you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile.
Yeah, considering they now have, like,
Continue
flesh
to
parts.
evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently.
Yeah.
I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First,
And here's Tali's quest.
then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter.
Now, unlike Mass Effect 2,
Strict.
these aren't as important, except for Rex's. Rex is the only one that's really important to do.
Settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Yeah.
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some
Ooh.
airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down.
Yeah.
My father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing
Are you
with
close to your
grief.
dad?
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with, and he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk.
See you later.
Alright, and we got another codex thing to read. Quarian law and defense. Though Conclave established civil law such as any planet-based democracy, enforcement and trials are unique. After the flight from the Geth, there are few constables to pilot less than millions of civilians aboard the fleet. So the Navy parceled out Marine squads to maintain order and enforce the law. Today, Quarian Marines have evolved training and tactics akin to civilian police, but have remained adept to combat at the confined space of a starship and fully under the command of the military. Once taken into custody, the accused is brought before the ship's captain for judgment. While the ship's council may make recommendations, tradition holds the captain's absolute authority in matters of discipline. Most are lenient, assigning additional or more odious maintenance tasks for the ship. Persistent rectivists are accidentally left in the next habitable world. Practice of abandoning criminals and other people's planets is a point of friction between the Quarians and the systems they pass through. Captains rarely have another choice, with space and resources at a premium. Supporting a non-productive prison facility is not an option. In early years, many Quarian freighters were armed and used as irregular privateers. Civilian ships still show strong preference for armament, making them a popular target for pirates. Though they have rebuilt their military, there are still mere hundreds of warships protect tens of thousands of ships. The Quarian Navy follows strict routines of patrol and takes no chance. If the intent of an approaching ship is ascertained, they shoot to kill. It doesn't probably help that people see you. Quarian religion. The ancient Quarians practiced ancestor worship, even after abandoning faith for secularism. Quarians continue to revere the wisdom of elders. As time passed and technology advanced, they inevitably turned their knowledge to preserving the personalities and memories of the elderly as computer virtual intelligences. These wisdoms became a repertoire of knowledge and wisdom stored in a central databank and available through any extranet connection. They held no illusions that this was a form of immortality. Like all virtual intelligence, their electronic preserved ancestors are not truly sapient. This was considered a surmountable problem. Sapience can surely be reduced to simple mathematics. The Quarians began exhaustive research into creating artificial intelligence that could learn to escape the bounds of mortality and give their ancestral records true awareness. Unfortunately, the life the Quarians created did not accept the same truths as they did. The Geth destroyed the ancestors' databanks that they took over. In the centuries since they evacuated their homeworld, many Quarians have returned to religion in various forms. Many believe that the rise of the Geth and destruction of their ancestors were chastisement for the arrogantly forsaking the old ways and venerating their self-made idols. Others have more philosophical outlook, believing that the race is indeed arrogant, but no supernatural entity laid waste their Geth revolt. Rather, the Quarian actions brought their own doom. Either way, every Quarian would agree that their own hubris cost them their homeworld. Okay. Things into, their want of creating people. The Geth. And creating VI, true artificial AIs, in order to basically give themselves kind of a proxy immortality. If the kind of like a ship of Theseus of a person. It's the same mind, it's the same body, but is it the real person? Is it the same person who did all this? Or is it technically an AI, Alright. I'm probably going to explore this last planet and then be done for the night. Because I have to do a D&D game soon. So we're heading to Sparta! Anyways. So, welcome everyone to the audience who's watching. Hello guys, welcome back to being awake. Like, why is the KPS so high? Anyways. So, we have Alsages. Small distant Alsages is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water, ice, and calcium with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance Pirate Suppression campaign in 2160, the Batarian Eluum Ranpera, who's caught with his frigate Tunaran, grounded on Alsages for drive discharge. When challenged with a cruiser Hyderabad, Ranpera refused to surrender. The Tunaran was destroyed attempting to take off. The debris was destroyed was strewn across the southern hemisphere. We found plutonium. I'm sorry, not petroleum. That is not there. Augie's on my door again. Ontamalka. Ontamalka is a large hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity well tugs many asteroids from the outer belts inward, past the orbit of Altaia and Adulis, and eventually settle into the inner belt. Ontamalka Ontamalka's orbit is congested with several of captured moons. Most last only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down to the atmosphere, or ripped apart by tidal forces and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. Yes, we are, and we gotta recover hydrogen. Probing Uranus. Anyways. Altaia. Altaia is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of methane and ammonia. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, it appears that Altaia once possessed the atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known. Probably Reapers. Anyways, if something happened, it's probably a Reaper. While scanning the asteroid field in the Sparta system, we found signs of habitation. A recon team was sent to see one of the larger asteroids. The rock had a small functioning biodome, but no sign of anyone still living there. There was, however, a data console with an intact Prothean data disk inside. Oh. Cool. Found a Prothean thing.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal
Oh.
from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Okay. Adolis is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Adolis' surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand. The only few areas of indigenous rock highlands to break the abrasive dust-choked winds. The Adolis' orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards with the gravity of the gas giant Antamalka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna have the map up, and I'm gonna explore Tremainer, or Tremainer. Tremainer is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates with a deposit of aluminum. Its surface is covered by wide swaths of ancient dark basalt-like lava, possibly indicating the world was created through impact of some other body in the system. Tremainer is a magnetic field is non-existent. If this makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremainer's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. So, not good to land. Basically a fool's planet, or fool's safety. Let's land. Alright. So we're looking for people this time. Okay, I'm gonna bring Tali again, because Tali is very important. And let's bring Garrus. We haven't brought Garrus in a while. Also, I'm not gonna romance Garrus or Tali for the Paragon playthrough, because I do know about some things about them together. So I want to keep them. So I'm not gonna romance either of them, despite them being like the best romances in the entire game. Can't do it to my buddy Garrus, I did. I can't do it to my buddy Garrus, you know. Garrus! Garrus the boy! Anyways, holy crap. Why is your sniper rifle so low? Oh, yeah, it's that. Okay, there we are. Master Assassin. Okay, jeez. Alright. And Tali Naraya. Journal. We have the Prothean data disks, which are 7 of them, and a Find a Recon team on the Sparta system Artemis Tau cluster. Okay. Okay, extinct races, the data disks. Despite all evidence confirming the existence of the Protheans, little is known about the culture and society. From time to time, dig sites yield new clues, but after 5,000 years of decay, little of value is unearthed. Recent research has focused on the discovery of Prothean data disks. On their own, they are frail and rarely found in one piece. Occasionally, however, a data disk will be discovered within a console or a reading device. To date, over 3 dozen disks have been recovered, and over a few of those have been restored to the point where the researchers can begin to analyze them. Though there may be some time for scientists to discover the way to transfer data off the disks, they are currently considered the most tangible leads for learning more about Prothean culture. Alright, so let's explore. First, there is resources here-ish? Basically, all the resources are on the south of the map. If you actually want to get the first one, you want to, this is like one of them, you just go straight south. I'm going to go this way first, so I can just cut across and basically do like a full circle and get them all. There's one. So let's make that there. Guess we can get this right here. Again. Also, some planets actually hurt Shepard and the others, so do be careful. Also, Garrus, do I have a gear for you? A better Turian armor? Okay, we need the Turian agent armor, so I'm going to keep on you. Seriously, it's better in every way. And we have, like, no armor for you. I'll get you some better stuff. Instead of the toxic seals, get you hardened weave. And you get sink. There we are. Get some good stuff, you know? You're my boy! This was my team during the entirety of my first Mass Effect playthrough was Garrus and Tali. You know, snipers and hacking. And lithium. Hey, lithium, what batteries are made out of. Maybe we should get the cargo. Nah, we can circle around. actually. What is that there? I don't think I actually ever have seen that. Oh, I think it's enemies. I see. I missed. I think I did miss something. I go get in the vehicle. So there's a random destroyed rover here. Okay, nothing to do here. Surprisingly. Guess it's just something that's on the map for no reason. But let's just show how long it takes for this thing to overheat. By the time we get to this point, the enemy's already dead. Just to showcase that. By the time you get to the point where the thing overheats, the enemy has been either already dead or is about to be. Palladium. I still think it's kind of stupid how you have to do a minigame in order to survive this. It's clearly Palladium. Anyways, and over here. But yeah. Yeah! I like the wind, Mosey! Shepard, can you please stop racking the vote? What? I can't hear you, Garrus! Ah. I think I'm gonna throw up. Seriously, what does it be like in there? Is like the one meal like the person holding the water as they're just like throwing it out. Like it's like the one car meme. But yeah. Okay, that's let's park in a more manageable place. Polonium. Okay. Polonium. Rare earth metal. And let's do this. Distress beacon. Yeah! Ah! Just imagine Garrus, like, feeling like he's dying the entire time. He knows it's just... I think I know what this planet is. Isn't there? I think it's so. I'm not going to spoil it just in case, but I think I know what's here. This thing reminds me of driving the Warthog from Halo 1. I should play Halo 3 sometime. We've done Halo 2 as like our around the 50th Let's Play. It's been a while. I mean, we did it right after I think it was Lego Indiana Jones. But oh my god, it has been a while. Let's do Halo 2. I might do it on Legendary. It's fun. Because I can now play Legendary at the game on Legendary. Yep, I knew what this is. The Thresher Maw. Oh god! I just shoot it. Okay, that's what Omni Gel is healing for. Oh god! Okay, move, you dingus! Okay, you shoot these. Ow. Oh, hello there. Oh, I can't find while I'm repairing. Okay. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Boom! It's dead. Die! Okay. Who else is horrified by that? Okay. Alliance Marine. Lights.
Soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Yeah. Oh crap, they're dead.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kahoku's command.
Kahoku's command.
What happened here?
Yeah. Oh. And now we get missing Marines from the Citadel Tower. Kahoku. Yeah. And we also have the Thresher Maws. Thresher Maws are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating or searching for something to eat. Thresher are reproduced by US spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, Thresher spores appear in many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a Thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only its head and tentacles erupt from the Earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, Threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of ultrasound as a sonic wave weapon. The Alliance first discovered Threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost to the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were sent upon the hungry Threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommended engaging Threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons. But yeah. We also have incendiary ammo, Type 4. Minus accuracy. Who cares? The freaking... our bullets are now red. Well, let's hit like a freaking truck now. Anyways. Yeah, these people are dead. They died. They died. But there's another quest over here, so let's do this one before I have to shut down. What was that, girl? Her, like, tiny. What was that? Anyways, journal. I don't want to see. For the, value of minerals. How? Okay, we're almost done with gases. We just need to find more, minerals. Oh, yeah. There'll be more use later in 2 for those minerals. But, again, they remove the entire aspect of this, so it's kind of sad. Mummified Solarian. Cover artifact. We found Captain Mylon's identification tag. How it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. Locate signs of battle. So let's head here now. And then we'll head into space. Maybe our wheel's injured. Okay, let's repair that. So okay, that's what Omni Gel is used for. Let's Omni Gel some of our gear. We have so much gear that we turn to Omni Gel. Storm ones. Any strikers? No. Freaking ah! Okay. Tutorial level 1 equipment. Oh my god. Okay, now I have Omni Gel. Omni Gel. Oh. What? What? Okay, oh god. Alright. Crash probe. Oh my god. High explosive, rail extension, fusion explosive. Okay. Yeah, again, best gear comes from these planets, by the way. I just like to state this, including the fusion explosive or the high explosive. Oh my lord. Anyways. Okay. As you can probably see, by the level 4 equipment we're starting to get. And our rounds, proton rounds for, I think our incendiary rounds is best. Seriously. Alright, I think that's it for this planet. Let's head to Normandy. But I think I'll have to shut down soon. I have to get ready for a D&D game that involves packing up my computer. So, yeah. Oh, and there it goes. Anyway. Okay, hopefully it was... Okay. Leaving the planet, the game did not like that. So... Okay, what do we lose? What do we lose? Chat crashed as well, so... I'm gonna see where we are, and then if it... what it did. So chat crashed as well, which is the problem. Tiny, you're using your psychic powers to crash the PC. Okay. Got back Catherine treats. She's happy now. Okay, let's see what we can do, and then we'll end the episode now. Let's see what we lost. Hopefully it's not a lot. Again. And we lost everything. Okay. I'm gonna save the rest for next time. Put this up Garrus, just upgrade you real quick. So next time, let's play Mass Effect. Like what? No. We'll be heading into our next area. We'll be fighting against. We'll be redoing this again. Maybe I'll do it off screen. But again, I'll still be. We're almost done with this. So I hope to see you all next time for Mass Effect. See you all then. Have a great day. Bye bye. Peace.